Go into bar prep as if you are only taking this test once and that you are going to do whatever it takes to only take this test once. Shut your life down, no social media, no friends, no nothing. Like no, just no. Like you're only taking this test once, right? Like treat it like that. If you have to take this test again, you're going to be devastated. Like treat it like that. All right, 2, create a study schedule and stick to it. Yo, my schedule, I definitely think it helped me a lot. So, of course, every day I went to class on campus. I did not do any lectures from home, I did them all from Emory Law in person. Now, before I got to class, every morning I went to the gym. And while I was in the gym, I had my headphones in and I was listening to some of the lectures again, the ones that I did not understand. It worked. Like, I don't know why. It just, just hearing it while I'm working out, like, it was a great way to reinforce some of the concepts that I was struggling with. I was also on the best diet while I was studying for the bar exam. Like, I did this low carb thing. And I think when you're already forced to be disciplined in one area, it's a little bit easier to be disciplined in other areas. So it wasn't as hard for me to be at the gym. It's, I think it's there like 5:36, to meal prep and to only eat certain foods. Like it wasn't that hard because I was already being disciplined with my studying. So create a study schedule and stick to it. After you finish studying for the day, make sure you do 1 hour of something that you love. So for me, I ended every study session with an hour of House of Cards. And it just took my mind off of everything that, I was learning or going over or whatever. It was like an hour where I wasn't thinking about that because, House of Cards is really good. So, you're like, oh my God, like what's going on? So you're like really like plugged into that. Or maybe for you, that's an hour of yoga or I don't know, like whatever you want to do for an hour. And then, of course, go to sleep. Every night while I was sleeping, I played white noise. So look that up on YouTube. And it was so helpful because you're going to be thinking about these lectures while you're sleeping. And thankfully, there are some great white noise videos on YouTube that will help you sleep when your brain starts to talk to you. So definitely check those out. And this is no joke. Like, this is real. Someone told me about white noise and it was so helpful. And I hope you will find it to be helpful too. All right, so the next thing, do not get behind. Do not get behind. Don't do it because guess what? Your anxiety is already going to be high. You don't want your anxiety even higher because now you're trying to play catch up with all these assignments. So do yourself a favor. I don't care if you are super tired, but get through those lectures. Like do not get behind. Go to class. It helps with staying accountable and not getting behind because what happens a lot of times if you decide to do that lesson at home, it's going to take you way longer and then you're not going to have time to do some of the other assignments. So guys, do your lectures on campus in the classroom setting. And lastly, you do not need to pay for any of those extra services. So what am I talking about? So as you go through bar prep, you're going to come across Barbary offering additional this or additional that or additional review sessions or whatever. And a lot of people are going to pay for it because they're scared as ever and they just want to pass. But if you've done everything you're supposed to do and you're on track, like there's no need to pay for that stuff. But of course, to each his own. So if it makes you feel better, then pay for it. But me personally, I couldn't afford to pay for anything extra. The Barbie Prep course was already a lot of money. So yeah. All right, 2 more things and we are done with our tips. So first, critical pass flashcards. This should definitely be sponsored because I'm giving y'all a huge shout out right now. So these flashcards are going to include all of the federal laws for every subject that is tested in the multiple choice section. Now, what you can do and what I suggest for you to do and what I did, I went ahead and included the state law on those cards as well. So basically, you're going to have the federal law and then you're going to have some like blanks you can write on. And I put the state law there. And just writing it, 1, was helpful. And then 2, reviewing those cards daily was also helpful. And what did I do? I just incorporated that into my daily schedule in addition to the Barbary assignments. So basically, Starting mid-June, I did that. I think it took me half of June to literally write out every card for every subject. And then all of July, I had the time to just review a half a stack every day. So I definitely want to suggest those cards to you. Lastly, mind your business. Mind your business. Like, stay in your lane. Your classmates playing does not mean that you can play. Like, don't fall into their shenanigans. Don't worry about what they doing. Don't worry about what she's doing. It's okay to fail your way to the top. Y'all, if you're doing Barbie, they're going to basically let you know where you are performing compared to a lot of your classmates. And every quiz, every practice test, like every time I was like in the bottom 25%. Like no lie. No lie. I was in the bottom 25% every time. And for like half a second, it was very discouraging. Like, what am I doing wrong? But I just looked at it and I said, okay, well, let me just learn from all of my mistakes so I don't make those mistakes on test day. Because guess what? That's the only day that matters. So, stay in your lane, mind your business, keep your head down, learn from your mistakes, fail your way to the top. That's all you can do. Just keep pushing, just keep going at it. Don't worry about nobody else and their 80% or whatever. Don't worry about them because some of them are not going to pass the bar. So keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that you do not have to learn everything in one day. Do not worry about the bigger picture. So a lot of times we're like, oh my gosh, I have to learn all these subjects. There's this many MBE subjects, this many state subjects, this many essays. Like, we're thinking about the bigger picture and we're getting more anxious and more anxious and more anxious. No, only focus on what they tell you to do today. So today's assignment is to review your criminal law notes, to do these criminal law questions, to do these criminal law essays. But you should not be thinking about anything else but your criminal law assignments. Don't focus on the bigger picture. Just take it one day at a time. All right, guys. So that pretty much concludes my bar prep story and my tips and suggestions for your bar prep study. So one quick thought that I want to leave you guys with, and I just thought this was so cool. I was having a conversation with one of my classmates. His name is Austin. He told me that after he finished studying, the night before the bar exam, he shredded all of his bar prep books, all of his bar prep materials. Like, I was like, are you crazy? Like, what if you don't pass? And he said, that was it. Like, I wasn't taking the test again. Like, mentally, I told myself I'm not taking this test again by shredding everything. Like, can you just imagine having everything shredded? But that gave him the mentality he needed before test day. So if that means you need to shred everything after you finish preparing for the bar exam, then so be it. I ain't shred nothing, but I admire him for being brave, and he passed the bar. So it helped him. So do whatever it is that you need to do to pass this test. Shred those books or don't shred those books. Like, whatever you need to do. But I just want to encourage you guys, and I want to let you know that if I pass the bar exam after the first try, then you can pass the bar exam. It's Attorney Jazz. Thank you guys for tuning in for my bar prep session. And if you're thinking like, dang, like this is so great, like what can I do to help Jazz out? I'm happy you asked. So as you guys know, I have the personal statement workbook, which helps future lawyers who are trying to be in your shoes. If you would like to purchase a workbook and sponsor it to a future lawyer, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to send me an email at info@jazztalkslaw.com. All right, guys, have a good one and good luck with the bar exam. Hopefully, I'll be adding Esquire behind your name soon.